Hey, it's Good Friday and Free Reiki Friday. I'm going to say right now, if you're not here with an open heart and an open mind, you might want to scroll on, because Jesus and Good Friday is going to come out of my mouth a lot. I'm not here to impose my religious beliefs upon you at all, but it's Good Friday. And when I tapped into the energy, the first thing I saw was a defibrillator. And I am so grateful to be able to feel such an energy, because what that means to me is resurrection. And isn't that this weekend? Isn't it what it's all about, right? I literally felt the slime on the patch, the pad, and I felt the hookup of the electrode, and I felt as I started channeling. So it was beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for letting me share that with you. So I got a couple messages along with the defibrillator and the resurrection, and that is as above, so below, the eclipse 6 months ago, and now, how that all relates. Also processing the messages, processing the knowledge. How are you processing it? What are you doing with it? And how much are you in the present moment, right? So quickly, right? So many people are like path and purpose, path and purpose. Jesus did the path of purpose, right? He fulfilled his purpose. Purpose is all about being in the present moment. They don't want us to be in the present moment because they want us to have one foot in the future and one foot in the past, to piss on the present. And why is that? Because they can control people in fear. You cannot control someone who has faith and looks for the answers within them. And that's going to bring me to downloading the knowledge, right? When you have the knowledge and you feel your chakra, your crown chakra, like stimulating, and you know, and you see the synchronicities, you see the 1111 portal, you see the 555, you see the 999, right? You see the relationship in front of you and what they're trying to teach you. You see the trigger in that person and how they were triggered and how that triggered you, right? All of it has a meaning and a purpose. So what do you do with this information? No right, no wrong. Are you the type of person that is still blaming other people and pointing your finger? Are you like XY, I'm this way because of XYZ, blame, 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 and that's fine. That's where you are in your process. Or do you know to go within? To go within, to connect to the divine, to connect with source, to connect with yourself, to connect with the I am, and get the answers? Do you know that? If you know that, you process your information differently. So when you get your information and you process it, a lot of us, especially Virgos, first thing we want to do, our logical mind, is speak. And we put this information out there. But I dare you to drop that information down in your heart space a little bit first. A lot of it first, actually. Because it's love and light, right? So when you speak your communication, make sure that you have thought about it with your mind, because I know I am infamous, especially way back in the day. My truth is brutal, right? My truth is brutal. I'm such a criticism, right? Perfectionism, logical mind, Virgos, right? So I dare you to sink that message into your heart space so that you can speak it with love, so that you could speak it without hurting people, right? So what do you do with your knowledge, right? And then being in the present moment with that, and receiving those messages, and not just like tossing them bitches out like they're nothing, right? And here's the thing, is receiving those messages, and I'll try to make this short. Like this morning I had the message that I need to have a conversation with my grandmother, and this is going to, I know, is going to be so profound for me in my spiritual and my healing process, right? Because when I have this conversation with her, for one, I need to speak my voice. I should have had this conversation with her like 20 plus years ago, right? But I didn't. I just threw that bitch in the trash. I took the message and the 3-point goal. Not gonna do it, right? And now that so many things have happened, the synchronicities, and my grandfather passing, and reflecting on my relationship with my grandfather has brought me back to this cycle again, brought me back to this healing. And I know when I have this conversation with her, it's going to heal so much within me. It's going to heal some trust issues. It's going to heal some boundary issues. It's going to heal relationships. It's going to heal my future. It's going to heal the love within me. I know this. I know it's part of my path. And let me tell you, this morning when I was bawling in the shower, it was not a beautiful thing to feel. It was not. And a lot of us, we don't want to feel it. We just want to avoid it. We want to throw that bitch in the trash, right? Stop doing that. Feel it, accept it, transmute it. How do you transmute it? And that's in the people and the situations, the people you have around you. Like, you can sit there and, try to find the answer within, but also remember that we are here sharing our path with other people. And the purpose is to share our path with other people. So the people that you have around you know it's not their path. But let's just say, not as deep as like the conversation with my grandma, but say I had a friend come to me and they're like, I had a dream about whales. Well, let me tell you what I know spiritually about whales. Like, it's huge for this moment in time and this weekend in so many different ways. Also, it is the oldest spirit animal, to my understanding. The whales are the oldest spirit animal. And then there's sharks. And then there's others, right? But it's like the original spirit animal. So many things, right? So many things. And how do we navigate this spiritual world? Well, we have an issue with that because in the early 1900s, for some reason, dun, 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 they took the fifth element out, ether, the I am connection that connects all of us. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? And now all I hear is, oh, that's weird, instead of, oh, I was connecting with the ether. The ether, right? So getting these messages and understanding this knowledge, right? Understanding the knowledge of the ether not being in the books. Understanding the knowledge of the messages that come through and what I'm to do with them, right? Being in the present moment of now and how I process that information before I spoke it out. I had to sit with it in my heart before I spoke it out, right? So, all right. So the as above, so below. As above, astrologically, we need to have those mature conversations. Whatever didn't happen in October needs to happen now. It's another opportunity with this eclipse. Think about in October, what were you eclipsing out of your life? Or what didn't you eclipse? That's coming back up today, right? Also, let's talk a bit about prophecies, because as above, so below. So if we have a prophet or prophecy that comes to life right now, we really need to think and look around and see what's changing. And also be careful of false prophets, because that's part of the agenda also, right? False prophets. False prophets do not feed fear. So if you feel fear, I would strongly suggest that no, I'm going to leave that alone. So as above, so below, eclipses the 6 months ago, being in the present moment, not pissing on the present with one foot in the future and one foot in the past, downloading the messages in the heart, in the love and the light, the mind and the heart, right? And before you speak them, doing all of that puts you on your spiritual path and puts you in alignment with your purpose, right? And that is devotion, right? That, to me, like sacrifice, yes, there's sacrifice in your choices, but the devotion of being in the present moment feels good to me. I don't know about you. Yes, the sacrifices and listening to those messages and acting upon those messages can be scary, but 999, let go and have faith that the 10, the completion, the lesson being learned, and the abundance on the other side is yours. The goal, the treasure of the healing, right? The treasure of the trust and the boundary molding or remolding, and the relationships, how they will improve. right? That is the ascension process, right? It's going to be scary as hell to have the conversation with my grandma, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to have to sacrifice. I'm going to have to sacrifice some time and some energy and some love and trying to figure out and bring that into my heart space before I talk to her about this, right? So I encourage you all to think about it with light and with love before you speak your truth. And I encourage you and I dare you to speak your truth, because it will help you ascend on your path and your purpose, especially if you've been asking yourself, what is my path? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to do? What direction am I supposed to be taking? Be in the present moment. Listen to the messages, all of them. Every person, every situationship, every relationship, every spark, every trigger, everything, right? One more question, like we all know how profound Jesus was. He's in all these stories. He's in everything. Like, if he was a spiritual healer and he was on Instagram, would you follow him? Right? Would you follow him? Would you be his number one fan? Right? Things are so different these days. So be very careful with false prophecies. I'm feeling it like really, it's so funny to see it on Instagram, especially with this eclipse. There's been so much fear spread about this eclipse and the whole 40 days thing. So please don't sit in fear. That is not your spiritual path. That is not being in the present moment and understanding that, what? And I look around in this present moment right now, everything looks sound to me, right? Everything feels sound to me. So I dare you to feel your way in and feel your way through and feel your way out of it, right? When you get these messages, feel them out. They're your messages, they're your path, they're your purpose. And are you devoted to it yet? Where are you at? Do you still have the lens of nonsense? Or do you have lens of amethyst where you're looking through your heart chakra? Do you have lens of citrine where you're looking through other chakras, right? Or you're looking through, is this abundance? Can I manifest something out of this, right? So thank you very much for your time. As always, I suggest just sitting for about 20 to 25 minutes, because I continue to send Reiki vibes and healing out after my video is over. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and say thank you for being here on this Good Friday. I hope you all have your devotional practices set out, your intentions for today are fulfilled. I hope that you, if need to, have those conversations. That is really what I'm feeling. It is that time. So thank you very much. We're here at Navarre Healing Arts. If you need some Reiki, need some energy, need some physical body work, need some energetic body work, need some skincare, we have it here. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.